Streakers, this is Tim from Run the Edge, and I'm going to be showing you how the Streaker Challenge Tracker works. Now, for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to be using the Hollywood Streaker Challenge because it's the first Streaker Challenge of 2021, but there are 5 Streaker Challenges. So no matter what month you're watching this tutorial in, the functionality of the tracker is exactly the same. So let's get started. Now, when you first log in, you're going to be going to the home page. And if you're registered in multiple events, you will see in the drop-down menu a little toggle where you can switch between different events. So for example, I'm in the Marathon Challenge. I can switch to it there, or I can go back to the Hollywood Streaker or whichever Streaker Challenge you're in. And on a mobile phone, just go to the top left menu, click on the hamburger menu, and you will go to this page where you'll either see a countdown timer if the event's not open yet, or a go to challenge button. You click that and you can go straight to the challenge that you want to be in. So when you get to the Streaker Challenge, you'll be on the home page, and that's where most of the action happens. And even though the tracker will keep track of your monthly and weekly miles, for the purposes of the Streaker Challenge, it's not really about how many miles you can get. The Streaker Challenge is about how many days in a row you can exercise. Can you start and keep a streak? The challenge is meant to be silly. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be just light-hearted, light-spirited. And so don't worry too much about the total miles. Focus on earning badges and being consistent. Now, to enter your miles manually, if you haven't been on a day yet, you just click on a plus sign. The plus signs will not appear until that day has happened. So you can see I'm making this tutorial on the 25th. But notice there's no plus sign on the 26th yet because that day hasn't happened. It'll appear the following day. So I'm going to click on the plus sign and it pulls up this pop-up, and I can enter running, walking, biking, swimming, or other miles. Now, for the Streaker Challenge, we don't really care about the number of miles because you could do any kind of exercise. And as a general rule of thumb, what we say is 20 minutes of any exercise equals 1 mile to keep your streak alive. And we represent the streak in miles. So for example, let's say this day I did 40 minutes of yoga. So I can just go ahead and give myself 2 miles of activity for that day. And you can see that pops up in the tracker. Now the next day, let's say I went on a 3-mile walk. So I will just scroll down here, hit save. And you can see I've started my streak. You need to get at least 1 mile each day. So it's 1 mile or 20 minutes of exercise each day. And that's what gets you, I'm going to put in 1.5. You can use decimals. That's what keeps your streak alive. Now in the Hollywood Streaker Challenge, the 4th day, I earned my first badge. So let's say I went on a 2-mile run on this day. And you can see that it'll pop up in my tracker that I have got the double feature badge. And that is the first of 6 badges that I can earn for the Hollywood Streaker Challenge. It populates in my tracker and over here in my trophy case. So you can see badges earned, 1 of 6. These are the other 5 badges I can earn as I go through the challenge. We'll look at a couple more of those. And just so you know, you can also sync Garmin, Fitbit, Strava, and Apple Watch over here in device syncing. If you want your miles to come in automatically, if you have one of those devices, you can certainly do that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and earn 1 more badge by keeping my streak alive. I should also tell you that if you ever are syncing, for example, with Garmin, and you go 1 mile, it could show up as 1 mile in the tracker. But if Garmin gives you 0.998 in reality, it'll break your streak. It has to be at least 1 mile. So if you click on this and it says less than 1 in your sync, you need to add those miles to keep your streak alive. So you can see I just earned the matinee badge. And if I click on it there in my calendar, it'll pop up. I can share it on all different social medias or anything like that. And now it's back in my trophy case. So each badge that you earn enters you in a different drawing. So once you earn a badge, so as soon as I've earned that double feature badge, even if I break my streak, I'm still entered in that first drawing. But now I've earned 2 badges, I'm now entered in 2 drawings. If you go all the way and earn that Oscar badge down here, you'll be entered in 6 different drawings. We do those live, and we email all the winners of those drawings at the end of the month, actually at the beginning of the following month. If you break a streak, So for example, let's say I missed the 8th and I got back on the train and I swam for 40 minutes. So I give myself 2 miles for swimming for 40 minutes. I've now broken my streak. What's going to happen is I will earn the double feature badge again after 4 days. And so that's totally fine. If you break your streak, just keep going. You can earn the same badges over again. But if you can, just try to keep going as consistently as you possibly can. And if you make it all the way to the end of the month, you'll have made exercising and streaking a habit. So that's it. Have a great time. If you need to learn anything else about the tracker, you can go over here to the tutorial and it will show you, how to sync Garmin and Fitbit, how to use global manual entry and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, you're going to hang out on the home page and the trophy case. So that's it. Have a great time streaking.